First for Friendship Christian. Number 2, Rich Pelham. Number 3, Max Duckweiler. Number 10, Bryce Miller. Number 11, John Turner. And number 14, Andrew Mathis. Now the starting lineup for the USN
everybody, and welcome to a packed Sperling Gymnasium for Homecoming 2020. Jumping it up for USN is Adam Miller, but the Commanders of Friendship Christian have the opening tip. Turner with a dribble handoff to Duckweiler. He looks over on the baseline to Pelham. He has it. Pelham attacks the basket, picks it up. Shot too strong, Adam the rebound. Alex discretion. He crosses court to Russ. Russ to Adrian in the corner. Adrian tries a three. Just rattles out. Graydon the offensive rebound. And the putback is good. So the Tigers are out in front 2-0. 1/2 minute into the game. Turner handling the point guard duties thus far. Uses a high screen. Driving the lane is Turner. Taking it to go. There's an offensive rebound. And a putback by Mathis. No good. Ball's on the floor. Karam's free and out of bounds to the Tigers. Joining me tonight in the booth is beloved senior Shai Rice. Shai, welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you for having me, Dr. Fitz. I'm glad to be back and excited to be broadcasting this game.
Tigers off to a good start, 2-0 lead. Make it 5. Adam Miller with a tremendous three-pointer. He shot well lately, and that streak continues. USN in front, 5-0. Mathis reverses to Turner. Turner with a spin dribble to the right. Pass deflected by Graydon. Graydon has a steal. Gets it forward to Russ. Bounce pass to Josh. He lays it in. Graydon Frank loves it. His first steal of his career, probably. Outstanding play. Working against the double team now is Turner. Friendship has it into the corner, and they're going to get a foul on stretching. A little too much contact for the officials' liking. It is Pelham to throw it in for the Commanders. Flashing back, but not receiving it is Mathis. Now he does get it in the backcourt. Walks it up. Graydon defending him. Kicks it out to Pelham. Pelham drives against Graydon. Graydon takes the charge. The Tiger bench comes to their feet. Graydon sprints to the other end of the floor. Tremendous job by Graydon Frank. What a season he's having. USN coming back the other way with Josh Stretching. Gets it to Russ, gets it back. They're trying to trap him in the corner. Instead gets it to Adrian. Pass over to Adam. Adam attacks the lane. Couldn't quite get it cleanly, but he was fouled. I believe it wasn't a travel. I think they called it travel. Had a bit of a fumble there. Couldn't get it back, and there was a travel. USN remains in front 7-0. Just over 2 minutes into the game. Miller gets it back to Pelham. Now Miller cross-court pass that hit the rim. Attacking the basket is Duckweiler. He went to the floor, and a blocking foul is called. Kleiner quickly to his feet. He heads to the scorer's table.
And to me, Dr. Fitz, this is what high school basketball is all about. You've got a packed gym, the cheerleaders are hype, the fans are hype, and not to mention this offensive barrage by the Tigers to open the game.
There is no greater atmosphere, certainly in high school sports, maybe anywhere, than Tiger homecoming. Bobby Lowe checks in, as well as Jack Kleiner, replacing Josh Scretchen, and Graydon, who each have 1 foul. Friendship on the board. USN's lead is now 7-2. Bobby Lowe working against Duckweiler. They get it to Adam in the corner. Kleiner with a jump hook in the lane, too strong. Rebound to Mathis. Here come the Commanders. They get it up into the left corner. Picking up his dribble and passing is Pelham. Over to Turner. Turner thinks about a high screen, attacks the basket instead. Kick out now to Mathis. He tries a 3. It is too strong, and the fans let him hear it. 3-pointer on the way is short, and another offensive rebound. Getting into the lane, he got Kleiner into the air, so it's going to be a foul on Jack. Turner did well to get Jack into the air. Jack tried to block it over the student section, I think, into the newly hung championship banners. But the shot was not forthcoming. A foul was committed, and Turner will go to the line after this 30-second timeout. So there are 4 minutes and 44 seconds to play in the first quarter. Your score, USN 7, Friendship Christian 2.
And this offensive barrage from the Tigers has cooled down a bit, but notice the Commanders have done a good job with their ball fakes inside the paint. Tigers jumping a bit too early on some of them, getting a few early foul calls. Not to worry though, they still have a commanding lead, and this crowd is just on top of the Commanders right now.
Reminds me of just a few short hours ago, I had the ball under the basket and also gave a great up fake, getting the defender into the air. I converted the layup, and the faculty won by 2. Credit should be shared, I suppose, with some of the other people. Turner is 2 for 2 from the foul line, and USN's lead is reduced to 3 points, 7-4. Bobby and Adrian exchanged some passes, working against the pressure defense. They got to get it over. They just do. Adrian setting the players into motion. Adam Miller gets it back, tries a 3 from the corner, just short. Rebounds loose for a moment, but Duckweiler comes away with it. He gets it to Turner, gets it back. Looking for the offense now is Mathis. He's got Kleiner on him. Hands off to Turner. Gets it over to Pelham. Tigers a little confused on the switch. He gets to the basket. His shot is short, but he's fouled.
And we have seen this fiery lead by the Tigers almost diminish from a barrage of their own from the Commanders, taking advantage of their opportunities in the paint, getting a couple quick foul calls. The Tigers aren't careful, they're going to have to be using a lot of subs in this game.
The great majority of the Commander points have come at the foul line, including the last 4. It'll be USN basketball. Their lead is a single point, 7-6. They open with the first 7, and Friendship has scored the latest 6. USN working against the press. Pass is deflected. Bobby has it. Gets it back to Adrian. Adrian back to Bobby. Tigers have it broken. Skip pass to Russ. He puts it on the floor. Bounce pass to Jack. Great pass. It's deflected out of bounds. Russ to throw it in. Gets it to Adrian. Now Bobby has it on the wing. Russ attacks, gets it to Bobby. Down low to Jack. He's got the entry pass. His layup is short. Rebound nearly gathered by Mathis. Looked like he was hit in the face. He's slow getting to the other end of the floor, but he has the ball now. Attacking the basket. Gets around Adrian, lays it in. And Friendship scored 8 in a row. They have a 1-point lead, 8-7. 3 minutes now and counting left in the first quarter. Tigers have struggled a little bit against this pressure. Russ puts it on the floor, gets to the baseline. Out to Adrian. Adrian shoots. Just off to the right, no good. Turner has the rebound. He hustles the other way. Good defense from Bobby. Picking him up right at half court. Attacking is Mathis. Russ tries to get a charge. Not enough contact for one. Jack couldn't quite put a rebound in, and it's out of bounds to Friendship.
And for those of y'all who have been with us for most of the broadcast, you've noticed that the Tigers' offensive points have mainly come on the fast break. They produce a lot of quick turnovers in the first couple of minutes of the game, but they're starting to slow down and going to have to find their groove in the half-court offense if they want to get out to another big lead.
They get it into the lane. Marcus can't lay it in, but he's fouled on the way up. So he'll shoot 2 more. I think they're waving at you over there. Gideon is waving. 0 for 2 is Mathis. He fouled from behind. The official saw it. So USN has it back. 2:26 left in the first. Tigers trail 8-7. Working against this 1-2-1 trap of some sort. Woods looking to post up. Bobby can't get it to him. He throws it around the baseline. Adrian puts it on the floor now. Gets to the paint. Bank shot too strong. Rebound is loose. And it's pulled in by Carpenter. The corner now is Dugweiler. He's fouled, so the Tigers have 6 fouls in the first quarter. Friendship will be at the line from here forward. Get into Mathis again, he kicks it out to Dugweiler. Dugweiler puts it on the floor. Mathis has it back now on the right side. Now it's Pelham, top of the circle, working against Bobby Lowe. They switch it. Tigers in his own defense. Steal now by Powers. Woods fires it to Bobby. Can he bring it in? Ooh, he was able to save it, but only under the basket. And Friendship comes away with it. Over to the right side now. They get it back. Turner is greeted by a double team. They try to get into the middle. Bobby got a hand on it. He deflected it. Dugweiler tries a 3. It is short. Woods brings in the rebound. They're trying to tie him up. He steps through. Nicely done. Down to just about a minute now left in the first quarter. Bobby Lowe uses a screen from Woods, gets to the elbow, pull-up jump shot is good. Bobby Lowe scores Tigers, and USN is back in front 9-8. Friendship looking to answer and regain the lead. 45 seconds now left in the first quarter. Turner's well defended all the way. Duckweiler looking to find Mathis in the post. Good defense from Woods. Nice little backdoor play against the zone. Adrian came over and forced a miss, but Mathis got it back, and there's a holding foul on the floor. That's going to be a 1-and-1.
And an almost perfect first quarter start for the Tigers has quickly turned into a disastrous end of the first quarter. Just an example of how tricky the game of basketball can be. I guarantee you Coach Jones could not have asked for a more perfect offensive start, but defensively, the fouls caught up with them quickly, and now they find themselves clinging to a 1-point lead.
The second quarter will be a very crucial one indeed. We can't send them to the line every other possession. The front end of the 1-and-1 is no good. Adrian skies for the rebound. He gets it forward to Russ now. Clock running with 22 seconds. Russ attacks the basket. He lays it up and in. 11-8 Tigers. Clock running now with 15 seconds. Turner calls out the offense. Working against the zone now is Miller. Nowhere to go. Clock down to 2 seconds. Duckweiler, can he get a shot away from the baseline? He does. And he scores. Crucial basket there for Friendship. They get it back to within 1. So your score after 8 minutes of basketball is USN 11, Friendship Christian 10. Shaw, your thoughts on the first quarter?
Well, as I said before, an almost perfect start for the Tigers that just seemed to falter. It was like 80 switches were flipped at the same time. Commanders came out aggressive on defense, forced the Tigers to take their time coming up the court. Didn't seem to have a ball handler that could get it quickly like they were doing in the beginning on the fast break. Tigers half-court offense looked slow, lethargic, and not the end of the first quarter you want to see, but able to regain the lead right before. Hope to see a better second quarter output from them.
Yeah, and also as we said toward the end of the first quarter, we've got to avoid the fouls. Foul trouble could be a great way for Friendship to stay in a game that they otherwise would have difficulty staying in. Tigers have played better basketball, in my opinion, thus far, but far too many fouls on the defensive end have kept the Commanders in the game. Tiger basketball to start the second. They lead by 1, 11-10. Stretching back in the game now. Adam Miller for 3 from the baseline. He's got it! The Tiger lead is back to 4 points, 14-10. Stepping through a double team is Turner. He gets it back. Tigers trying to swarm him. Can they tie it up? He tries to step through. He does. Duckweiler has it. Trying to get free from Russ. It's a steal. Special comes away with it. Tigers have numbers here. Rush with the bounce pass to Adam. His layup is no good, but he's fouled. Tigers executed well on that fast break. They're going to the line for their first free throws of the evening. Adam's first free throw is good. Tigers have a 15-10 lead as Adam prepares, shoots, and makes his second free throw. That makes it 16-10 in favor of USN. Pelham throws it to Duckweiler in the corner. He tries to get free. Bounce pass to the opposite corner. Turner gets it back to Meadows. Excuse me, that's Miller. Baseline now is Pelham, and it's an offensive foul. Scritchen takes a charge. So USN has scored the first 5 points of the second quarter, and they're looking to extend that here as they have the ball in a 6-point lead.
The Tigers, again, surging back with that run of their own. This game was starting to remind me a little bit of those NFL games where one team has over 400 yards of offense, but they only score 3 field goals, and the other only has 150. They end up scoring 2 touchdowns. It just shows you how tricky these sporting events can be. Got to execute your opportunities.
I don't know if that's ever happened in the history of football, but your point is well made nonetheless. USN has scored again, and their lead is their largest of the evening at 8 points, 18-10. Friendship basketball. Turner walks it forward. Adam and Russ come out to meet him. Tigers really pressuring now in the half-court defense, defending all 47 feet. Mathis against Adam Miller in a battle of number 14s. He comes free for a moment, kicks it out to Turner, steps in, shoots a 3 off to the right, no good. Braden elevates for the rebound, gets it to Josh. He launches it forward to Russ. He gets it back. He's open. You can't let him shoot it. You can't let him shoot it. They'll make him pay every time. They dared him almost to shoot it, and they made him pay very dearly. With 3 more points for USN, whose lead is extended now to 21-10. What a start to the second quarter, Shai.
Very, very great start. It seemed like almost a second ago that the Tigers were clinging to a 1-point lead. A great buzzer beater shot at the end of the first quarter from the Commanders, but the Tigers clearly discussed things in the huddle, came back out with that fire that we had seen from them in games past, and at the beginning of the first quarter quickly regained the lead, and doesn't look like they're going to give it up anytime soon.
No doubt look to extend here. The pace is quickened a little bit, and that always seems to be in the Tigers' favor. They're a quick-moving offense and a very fast team. Very content to run.
Yeah, and the Tigers especially are relatively small compared to some of the other local area high schools. Their big men are very versatile in the post, but they use their speed and their quickness to their advantage.
That they do. They've done it very well tonight. Their lead is 11, 21-10. Friendship basketball under their own basket. And Turner will bring it up. Gets it to the high post. Mathis attacks, kicks it out. Turner gets to the elbow, dribbles back out, bounce pass in the lane, stolen by Scritchen. He did well to get a hand on it. He went to the floor, and Russ came away with the basketball. Russ now has it over to Bobby Lowe. Bobby passes on a 3. Gets to the elbow, over to Russ. Braden looks to set a screen, but Russ had picked up the dribble. Now he sets a screen for Josh. Josh is open again. He shoots again. It's off to the left, no good. Friendship comes away with it. Turner tries to attack the zone, but instead picks up the dribble. They throw it into the corner. Majors has it. Back now, Duckweiler outside the 3-point line. Clock showing 5 minutes left in the first half. Attacking is Mathis. Layup is short. Braden Frank with a fine rebound. Bobby Lowe to Josh in the middle. He pulls up at the foul line. Russ Petty in the corner. Fakes on a shot. Gets into the lane. Ball's loose on the floor. He gets it back. Trying to shoot. Looked like he may have been fouled. No call. Braden can't get the layup to go. Scritchen with a putback. It topples in. So Scritchen has scored the last 7 himself. USN's lead is 13, 23-10. Mathis tries to split the defense, throws it over to the opposite corner. 3-pointer on the way from Turner, no good. Rebound Scritchen. Dribbles behind his back, right down the middle. Adam Miller with a deep 3 on the way, no good. Braden fights for the rebound, can't quite get it. Turner has it. Turner swarmed just over half court. Majors with the ball now, trying to figure out what to do. Tiger defense is very strong. In the corner is Duckweiler. He tries a 3. Got it. So Duckweiler scores again from the right baseline. And USN's lead is reduced to 10, 23-13. Scritchen drives to the right, steps back, over to Bobby. Russ gets it to Adam Miller. Scritchen in the corner, ball fake, gets free. Floating layup is good. That makes the Tigers by a dozen, 25-13. 3.5 minutes now left in the first half. Majors drops it off to Mathis. Mathis in the corner. Duckweiler thinking about another one. The Tigers have him figured out for the moment. Mathis' three is too long. Another rebound for Grady, and we've got a foul away from the ball. The official looked at Bobby Lowe, and it must be on him. I didn't see it. Bobby said I just boxed out. He didn't see a foul. Coach Jones wants an explanation.
Yeah, it seems like the refs are starting to get into the groove of calling fouls on the Tigers. And I'm not insinuating that they're making any outright terrible calls, but once you start boxing out using those hooks, those elbows, it's going to be easier to call fouls on you, especially when you're up high in the foul trouble.
The front end of the 1-and-1 is good. 25-14, USN in front. Turner will shoot the back end of the 1-and-1. No good, rims out. Rebound is tipped to Josh. Rushes ahead, has it. He attacks the basket. Layup is good. Very tough layup there from Russ. He converted it beautifully. And the Tigers have a 27-14 lead. Turner gets it over, and the ball is kicked. So Friendship keeps it. Trailing 27-14, 2:55 left in the first half. It's Miller getting it over to Majors. Tigers in the zone defense. Mathis throws it over into the corner. Majors is swarmed there. Tigers have him trapped. Can he get free? He tries to step through. He does. Gets it to Pelham. Bounce pass to Mathis. It's another offensive foul. Coach Jones is grinning from ear to ear. He loves it. The Tigers take their third charge of the first half. Tiger basketball with a 13-point lead, 2.5 minutes left in the second quarter. Josh brings it up. Looks things over. Gets it over to Adam on the right side. Now Adrian has it 40 feet away. Looking for a screen, has one. They switch it. They have him doubled. Somebody must be free. Who is it? Adrian just takes it all the way himself and scores. Coach Jones looking bemused. I'm not sure he loved that decision, but it results in 2 points for USN. Turner thinks about it. Thinks better of it. Gets it down low. Nice move by Pelham. Shot no good. Pelham has the rebound. Ball's loose. It comes to Adam Miller. He outlets to Josh. Josh taps it to himself. Tapped away from behind. And saving it is Mathis. So the Commanders do have it back. 90 seconds now left in the first half. Three-pointer from the corner on the way. No good. Rebound Pelham. He throws it out to Mathis. Mathis puts it on the floor, poked away and stolen. Tigers have a 2-on-1. Great pass to Adam in the front court. He lays it in.
And call it what you want, Dr. Fitz, but I believe that Friendship Christian, one of their players, is going to get a technical foul before this game is over. Don't ask me why, but I just have that feeling. They look frustrated, they look tired, they look chippy.
Three-pointer from Meadows is too strong. Attacking was Pelham. He couldn't get the shot to go, but he was fouled. I believe it is on Jack Kleiner, and it is. It is his first. Pelham's first free throw is no good. Just inside a minute left in the first half. USN's lead is 31-14. Pelham has the ball in anticipation of his second free throw. He gets the roll. And we got Duckweiler checking back in for Friendship.
And if the Tigers can get this lead back up to 20, Dr. Fitz, do you know what that means?
If the Tigers get this lead up to 20, I can't say I do.
It means their lead will be 4 more points than it currently is.
Well, math was never a strong suit, I have to admit. They mainly keep me here for my broadcasting prowess.
A wise decision, I might add.
Math has had it kicked, and they're saying it's just out of bounds. USN basketball. Friendship ball. I thought I saw him signal the other way. 33.3 seconds remaining in the first half. Friendship to throw it in, trailing by 16. Pass is deflected, but got to turn. Wild reverse layup is no good. Mathis with a putback blocked by Samuels. What a block. But the ball came free. Duckweiler comes away with it. Shoots a tough layup. Couldn't get it to go. Putback by Turner is good. Clock running with 15 seconds. Tigers should have the last possession of the half. 31-17. USN out in front. Down to 8 seconds. Rush with a bounce pass to Jack. He lost it on the way up. The putback is good. Can Friendship get a shot away? They can't. The first half comes to a close, and what a half it was here at Spurling. Your score, USN 33, Friendship Christian 17. We're going to take a short 10-minute break for halftime. We'll be back with the second half in just 10 short minutes. See you then. action at Sperling for the second half of tonight's game. USN out in front 33-17. On the floor for USN as we prepare to start the third quarter, it's Russ Petty, Adrian Samuels, Braden Frank, Adam Miller, and Josh Gritchen, the starting five. It is also the starting five for Friendship. And it will be their basketball, heading from our right to our left as we start the third quarter. Turner has it. He walks it forward with the left hand, and we're underway. Russ trying to get a 5 count. He may get one. Just missed it. They get it to the high post to Pelham. Over to Turner, to Miller. Turner now with the basketball. Looking for Duckweiler, can't find it. Pelham has it. Back to Mathis. He's guarded by Scretcher. Passes him off into the middle. He gets into the lane. Floater gets the roll. And so Friendship scores on their first possession of the second half. They trail now 33-19. Adrian Samuels dribbles toward the middle of the floor, gets it over to Josh on the left wing, gets it back. Adam Miller from the right wing, he tries a three. Off the mark, no good. Turner pushing now, doesn't have the numbers. He spins in the lane. I thought he traveled and got away with it. Shot no good. But USN's fouls continue. They get their first foul here in the second possession of the second half. It is on Graydon, that is his second. So Pelham's at the line shooting two. And the first is no good.
And you'd think they make not fouling a priority coming out of halftime, especially the foul at the end of the first quarter when the foul troubles they got into there. So we'll see if that was just a fluke call or something to be cautious of as we enter the late third and early fourth quarter.
Pelham was 1 for 2. 33-20 is the Tiger lead. The first 3 points of the third quarter belong to Friendship. Scritchen into the lane. Kicks it out to Adrian. Adrian tries a three. Too strong, no good. Josh can't quite get the rebound. And it's Duckweiler who has it. He gets his way forward with a bounce pass. Over to Miller, he tries a three. Off to the left, no good, and it bounces over the backboard. So the ball belongs to USN. Scritchen has it now. He gets it over to Adrian. Down low to Braden in the post. Bounce pass to Russ. Kicks it out. Scritchen working against Duckweiler. Gets free. Layup with the right hand is good. So Josh with a beautiful layup there. USN's lead is 15, 35-20. Tigers in a 1-2-2 pressure look. But Friendship advances over half court. Looks to set up the half court offense. Trying to penetrate his Duckweiler, going to the floor and writhing to come free. His Turner, he can't do it. Possession arrow points in the Tiger direction. So USN will look to build on the 15-point lead. Adam Miller with the basketball, gets to the elbow, passes out to Adrian, gets it back on the wing, gets it to Graydon on the just outside the block. Russ in the lane, the shot was deflected on the way up, no good. Kicking it out now, and Adam Miller shoots a three, short, stretches skies for the rebound, but Mathis went right over him. Nice rebound for Mathis. He attacks the lane, gets in the lane, floater is no good. Graydon has the rebound. Tigers now running the other way with Adrian, over to Scretchen. Russ wanted it on the baseline, but couldn't find him in time. Miller gets it to Graydon, guarded by Mathis. Graydon with a couple of dribbles, gets to the elbow, and a bit of a miscommunication. He threw it away.
This is what we mostly saw from the Tigers offense at the end of that first quarter. Luckily, only a couple minutes have gone by in this third quarter, and Friendship not being able to take advantage of those opportunities. course, I spoke too soon there, as they did at the end of the first.
USN's lead has shrunk a little bit, 35-22. 4 minutes, 40 seconds now left in the third. Scritchen gets in the lane, kicks it out to Adam. Adam tries a three from the baseline. Short again, but Russ is free. And we're going to get a foul, I think, on Josh. He doesn't like the call. Second foul on Josh. Adrian Samuels heads to the bench, and Bobby Lowe checks in. Friendship hustles up the right sideline. They get it to the high post to Mathis. Mathis dribbles, kicks it back out. Miller gets it in the lane, open for a moment was Pelham, and a foul is called. I thought he traveled.
That was a beautiful no-look pass to get that ball into the paint.
They get it into Mathis. Mathis scores and he's fouled. So Friendships come out hot here in the second half. They're severely wounding this USN Tiger lead, which was 16 at halftime. Has now shrunk to 11, and Mathis will have a chance to cut it to 10.
USN seems to be intent on winning the points in both the actual game and the foul game.
Tigers call for time. Coach Jones trying to stop the bleeding here a little bit. 4 minutes and 13 seconds left in the third quarter. USN has an 11-point lead, 35-24.
We are still patiently waiting for that technical foul from Friendship Christian. You can feel it in the air, like a, I don't know what I would call it, but I can feel it, it's coming.
One of those things that you can feel in the air, whatever those are called. Yeah, I was thinking of it for a moment because on that loose ball on the floor that was tied up, Turner gave a little shove to Scretchen after the play was over, and I thought that your little premonition might come true in that moment. It didn't happen just then, but over 12 minutes of basketball remain. So we could yet see a technical foul. Of course, I hope that we don't. No one roots for a technical foul, but
Of course.
we'll have to see how these last 12 minutes play out. Mathis at the line for one shot. It's well short, but an offensive rebound to Duckweiler. He circles back out. Friendship with a chance to cut it to single digits. Pelham gets it to Mathis, flashing through the lane. There's a bit of a size mismatch on Bobby. They called Bobby for a foul. I didn't see anything there at all, Shy.
It just seems like they're calling fouls for the sake of them on USN at this point.
When Bobby Lowe has 3 fouls, they're calling it too tight. Lane to Mathis, shot no good, gets his own rebound. The putback can't throw over the rim. Kleiner has the rebound. Slow getting back is Mathis, so the Tigers have numbers. Scretchen puts it on the floor, gets the floater up in the lane, short. Kleiner fights for the rebound. Scretchen has it, left hand putback is good. Big basket there for USN. And their lead is restored to 13 points for the moment, 37-24. Mathis looking to be the offensive force thus far in the second half. The rebound came free. Duckweiler has it, and he scores and is fouled. Powers quickly up as Bobby has his 4th foul.
Coach Jones staying relatively solid on the sideline, but if I were him, I'd be furious. Tigers already at 6 fouls this quarter. After that horrendous end of the first quarter in the first half, not fouling should be one of their top priorities, and yet it seems as though they can't figure out how to not do it.
Old-fashioned three-point play for Friendship cuts their deficit to 10, 37-27. Adam gets around Duckweiler, puts up a bank shot in the lane. He's got it. Adam really got up high on that one and banked it in. USN by a dozen, 39-27. A chance for yet another and one for Friendship on the drive. The foul's called on Adam Miller. That sends Pelham to the line.
And if this free throw falls, that cuts the lead. That was almost 20 just a few minutes ago, down to single digits.
Pelham's free throw is good. Tigers looking to answer, leading 39-30. Powers to the baseline. Gets it out to Josh, who lost it out of bounds. Turner brings it forward as Friendship looks to continue their run. They're going to the high post and Mathis every possession. Scritchen knocks it away and Miller has it. Quick hands from Josh there. Josh has it in the middle. He's to the foul line. Nice pass over to Russ. He scores! And he's fouled. What a great finish from Russ. He had his legs cut out from under him up in the air. But he was able to get the shot to go as he was fouled. He'll have a chance for a three-point play.
Dr. Fitz, I don't like to use the term improbable comeback lightly, but the Tiger players on the bench seem to look a little bit stunned as Friendship crept their way back into this game. A great play by Russ to strengthen the lead once more.
Pelham working against Kleiner. Gets a half a step past him, and we got an offensive foul. Bill Miller holds up 4 fingers on the bench. That's number 4 today. Tigers have taken 4 charges. Down now to 2:10 left in the third quarter. Tigers by a dozen, 42-30. Scritchen in the lane. Great move, but he couldn't get the layup to go. Rebound Mathis. He sprints forward the other way. Powers trying to get him from behind. Can't do it. Layup too strong. Scritchen fights for the rebound. He's got it. No, it was Miller. Excuse me. Now Scritchen brings it forward. Over to Russ. He tries a 3 from the corner. Off the iron. No good. Rebound Duckweiler. Pace quickening a bit now. But Miller slows it down. Turner into the lane. Scritchen for the steal. He's got it. Can he win the 1-on-2? He splits the defenders. No foul is called. Kleiner tries to save it, but he stepped on the line. It was his hand that fell out of bounds while he was in contact with the ball, or so the official saw it. So the Commanders have it back. They trail 42-30. Turn it over to Mathis. Mathis with a crossover. He's blocked by everyone. And a foul is called. An 8-year-old Tiger fan comes to his feet on the opposite side. He doesn't care for it. As well, he might not.
And a chorus of boos raining down from the Tiger Pride student section. I do not agree with that call as well.
We're a student section in all the land. Mathis converts the first free throw, 42-31 Tigers. Kleiner rebounds the miss on the second foul shot. Miller for 3. Got it! Some confusion. I am one of the confused. Coach Jones wants some kind of explanation. I have no idea what's going on.
Didn't seem to be a clear referee explanation either. Coach Jones still looking confused. One of his players had to come over and talk to him.
In any case, the three-pointer is good. And it's Friendship ball. They get it down low to Duckweiler. His shot is too strong. No good. Mathis is fouled from underneath by Powers. That is the 9th team foul in 7 minutes of basketball. A ridiculous pace. So Friendship will be shooting 2 from here on out.
Dr. Fitz, I don't know much about the history of USN basketball, but I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that we may be approaching a new quarter record for the USN Tigers.
In terms of fouls?
In terms of fouls.
Not a record that I'm eager to break. The 2 free throws are good. It's 45-33 USN, clock running with 50 seconds. Commander's in his own defense. And if I were Coach Jones, I would try to run this quarter out. We don't need any more fouls. We don't need to lengthen the game. I don't see any way Friendship gets back in this game unless something crazy happens. Friendship was clearly fouled, as was Kleiner. One of the 2 fouls was called.
And as you mentioned before, it might be better for us to hold the ball because at this point it seems as though we'll just be giving up a foul as soon as we give them the ball.
Russ to throw it in, 31.9 left in the 3rd quarter. He's got the ball, throws it to Josh. Gets it right back, wide open, but he couldn't make the layup. Connor with the good ball. Oh, he's got it. Here's Mathis trying to get to the baseline. Clara comes over. He goes to the floor. We've got a technical foul on someone. I have no idea what happened. It's a technical foul on Jack Kleiner. Coach hates the call. Jack comes to Coach Jones asking for an explanation.
And to our millions of viewers at home, I apologize and take full responsibility for that technical call. I kind of doomed us with my prediction, and it was only right that I jinxed the game for the Tigers. Luckily, they're still holding a 12-point lead over Friendship.
Any idea what he might have done there to draw the technical foul? I didn't hear anything up here, and I didn't see anything.
And a clear carry by Friendship. These calls are starting to frustrate me, Dr. Fitz. And back to the technical. I'm not sure what happened. It seemed as though Jack was falling backwards, trying to get a potential charge call, but I've never seen a technical foul call in that situation.
I wonder if that's a new rule, that so-called flopping is a technical foul. They might have seen what he did as a flop and assessed him a technical. I don't know the rule. Mathis makes 2. It's 47-37. Tigers will have the last shot. 8.5 left in the 3rd. Their lead is 10. Russ comes to help. He's got it. Clock running with 7. Russ to the 3-point line. Skip past Adam. Adam will try that 3. He comes up short. The Tigers can't score. We're through 3 quarters. Their score, USN 47. Friendship Christian 37. 8 minutes left in regulation times. Shai, what do we need to do to close this one out?
I think we just need to stick to the game plan and, most importantly, lessen the fouls. I mean, as you look at that scoreboard, we were heading into half with a comfortable lead, almost up to the 20s. That lead is still 10, which is almost what surprises me the most. The Tigers played a very flaw-filled 3rd quarter, a lot of fouls, as you see, double-digit. They got things going on the offensive end more than once or twice, but in order for them to close out this game, they're going to have to shore up their mistakes if they don't want Friendship to crawl even further back into this game.
I have always been a fan of trying to take the air out of the ball a little bit, although it's never been a USN strength. But you don't have to just go full corners and try to run out the 8 minutes. You can just stand just across half court, make sure every possession is 40 seconds, something like that. And we've executed quite well in the half court offense. So I think we can be patient and let the game come to us, take the shots as they come to us, and that should be enough to continue to score and lock up this victory without giving them the opportunity to draw a bunch of fouls on us and stretch out these final 8 minutes. Friendship with the ball to start the fourth is deflected out of bounds, so Friendship keeps it.
One thing to note as well, this Tigers offense, it started lethargic in the half court, but they've really stepped it up. Some great play calls drawn up, and it's not like they can't get the ball moving if they're not playing quickly, so they can still slow this game down and score points at ease.
Mathis scores after the uptake, and so USN's lead is down to 8, 47-39. Christian walks it up. Commanders in his own defense. And just as we called it, Shy, it looks like the Tigers may be content here to be very patient on offense against this zone defense. Often the zone is the easiest defense to slow it down against because they're not so eager to come out and defend you. Scretchen lost the handle and Friendship comes away with it. Mathis with the ball again. He's been the main focal point of the offense. And he scores again, so USN's lead is down to 6. Russ Petty over on the right wing, picks up his dribble, gets it over to Adrian. Adrian shoots a jumper. Short. Tigers contest the rebound and a foul is called on the loose ball. And foul's going to be on Josh.
As you can see, Dr. Fitz, this Tiger lead is already down to 6. The Tigers offense, though, playing through their main ball handler, Josh Gretchen, not a bad person to be playing through. This is the game plan I'd probably recommend. Take a little bit of time off the clock, kind of moving around the zone, and then end up, cutting in with Josh. But already the Commanders are commanding their way back into this game.
At this point, you can't really try to slow it down. Your lead is too narrow. They scored 4 points in the first minute. And we don't have a shot. Well, that's not true. We do have a shot. But we turned it over on the first possession and missed on the second. So the offense has got to contribute. We're not going to win this game with 47 points. So what looked like it could be an easy Tiger victory, 16-point lead at the break, is now very much in jeopardy. USN's lead is an arrow, 6 points, 47-41. Both teams resume their place on the floor. It will be 2 shots for Meadows. Rattles out, no good. USN's lead is stable for the moment at 6 points. And it's still 6 as the second free throw is likewise no good. Kleiner has the rebound. He outlets to Josh. Josh gets a screen from Kleiner over to Russ. Gets it back. Adrian has it 30 feet away. Circles back out, gets it to Josh. He's guarded by Turner. Over to Russ. Adrian has it. Kleiner wants to post up. They can't get it to him. Into the lane is Josh. He kicks it out. Russ Petty, 3-pointer from the baseline. Spins out, no good. Scratching the offensive rebound. Put back is good. It lingered on the rim for a moment. It thought about falling out, but it could not. And USN's lead is restored to 8 at 49-41. Mathis again trying to drive. Scritchy gets a handle. They call it travel. Scritchin confounded the dribble of Mathis by getting a hand in there, and that forced the travel. So USN has it back, leading by 8. Clock approaching 6 minutes left in regulation time. Adrian circles out toward the top of the circle. He's guarded by Duckweiler. Scritchin working against Turner. Adrian has it with Duckweiler on him. Scritchin against Turner, trying to size him up using a screen. They got Jack Kleiner for a moving screen. Braden quickly up. Student section feels that it was not a strong call. In fact, a weak call. So Friendship has the basketball, 5.5 left in the fourth quarter. They trail 49-41. Mathis will look to drive again. He circles around everyone. His shot is no good. Braden has the rebound. Stretching now. Hounded by Turner. Gets rid of it to Adrian. Now Russ has it. Top of the circle. Tigers weaving it around the perimeter. Stretching gets to the elbow. Kicks it out. Samuels has it. He gets it to Russ. 5 minutes now. Late call, but the officials did see it. You can see Meadows shoved the screener out of the way, and the official didn't see it at first, but made the call late.
Official did see it, not to mention many of the parents to my right.
Often they feel that they have the best vantage point when it comes to the officiating. It's a shame that the best officials are never the ones in the game. Adam Miller thinks about attacking the basket, but instead settles to get it over to Russ. Tigers cycle it around the perimeter. Now Scrishin wide open. Great crossover dribble. He got the layup, and USN's lead back to 10 now. Memphis to Turner. Turner goes through the baseline. Duckweiler tries a three, too strong, and they've got a foul on Adam Miller. Now, I didn't exactly see it, but when I looked over, Adam Miller wasn't within 4 feet of the shooter. Did you see a foul? I didn't get a good look at it, I must admit.
Yeah, I didn't see enough contact for me. Honestly, didn't see very much contact at all. But, you know, officials will be officials.
Officials gonna officiate. Adam Miller is hearing some very lengthy instructions from Coach Jones for reasons that we can all understand after surrendering the 3-point foul. Duckweiler is 2 for 3, so 2 points for Friendship. Their deficit is 8 points. Showing a little bit of pressure now as Majors guards Scritch into the backcourt but quickly retreats. Miller putting it on the floor, trying to get free. There's a reach-in foul. It's going to be on Miller. Miller on Miller crime. So we approach the halfway mark of the fourth quarter. USN's lead remains 8 points, 51-43. Russ throws it into Bobby. Tigers run the offense. Bobby looks for a little help, gets it over to Russ. He's guarded by Mathis. Gets himself in trouble in the baseline, but is able to kick it back out. Bobby Lowe now has it on the opposite baseline. The Tigers reset. Stretch and stands on the Tigers' jaw. Coming free is Russ. He attacks the lane, puts up a bank shot, got it to go.
And on that possession, a couple of open looks for a couple different Tigers players. Wise to pull it down, look for the better pass, and eventually get a good shot in the lane.
Mathis answers on the other end. Russ Petty's had some unbelievable finishes near the basket. He's been really clobbered every time he got down in there. Coach Jones really seriously wanted a foul on the last one. He didn't get it. Adam Miller misses a three. 3 minutes and 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Mathis for three. He's got it. And just like that, the Tiger lead is its smallest of the second half. 53-48. Coach Jones is furious. He hates the shot selection, and he hates the defense.
And Tigers again going back to their early first quarter ways. They saw the transition opportunity. They're a fast-paced team. They wanted to take advantage of it, but they were more wise to act like their possession before. wait for the next shot, better pass, get to the open man, waste a couple of seconds on the clock. They've really got to have better shot selection and decision making in the last 3 minutes of this game if they want to close this one out on the winning end.
What a tremendous atmosphere tonight. Tiger homecoming. That student section is packed as could be. You couldn't put another student over there if you tried.
Makes you wonder about the fire codes of this building.
I wasn't wondering that, but now I am. Tigers with a 5-point lead, 53-48. Here's Josh Scretchen. He kicks it out to Adrian. Adrian's pass is deflected and stolen. Friendship now can cut it to a one-possession game. Mathis, will he release the ball? He's handled it himself mostly here in the second half. He gets it back now inside the lane. That's a clear offensive foul. He lowered his shoulder nearly to the floor and put it right at Adam Miller's chest. So the Tigers have it back. Clinging to a 5-point lead, 53-48. Scretchen walks it up with Majors on him. Over the right side, Bobby Lowe gets it to Russ. Open is Adam. He's got him underneath. He gets Majors in the air. The shot is no good. It's deflected out of bounds. But it's off Mathis, and the Tigers are able to keep it. Adam had a great look there, but just wasn't quite able to get it down. Kind of had to orient himself in the air a little bit, and that made it a tough shot.
Good ball fake, however.
Pass is stolen. Majors gets it over to Miller. Mathis has it. He tries another deep three. Well off the mark, no good. It's headed out of bounds. Can he save it? He does. Majors has it. Back to Pelham, and the Commanders call for time. We're down to 2 minutes and 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Your score, USN 53, Friendship Christian 48.
For those of y'all who've been with us for most, if not all, of this broadcast, you'll notice that Graham Elliott is in fact sitting this one out. Still recovering from that lower leg injury, and if there weren't, regulations on underage gambling, I'd say you owe me $20, Dr. Fitz.
For what?
For my prediction that Graham Elliott would be sitting this game.
I put $20 on that?
It's the unspoken gentleman's rule.
I gotta learn these rules. I'm just losing money for no reason because of my complete unawareness of the rules. Mathis' layup is no good. Foul on the putback is Pelham. Foul is on Samuels. It is, I believe, his second and the team's 73rd. Pelham's first free throw is no good. USN's lead sits at 5 points. Second free throw bounces in. 53-49, lots of basketball left to be played, in particular 1 minute and 50 seconds worth. Bobby didn't look to shoot there. He was open for a moment. Adrian gets free from a double team over to Russ on the opposite side. He too passes on a shot. Now Scretchen has it. He gets free from Majors. His layup is just off. Too strong. No good. Pelham with a rebound. He hustles it forward to Mathis. Mathis trying to get to the basket. He kicks it out to Duckweiler instead. Duckweiler for three. And the Tigers have fouled the three-point shooter again. It's Bobby Lowe, and I believe that's his fifth. I'd be surprised if Bobby Lowe has 5 fouls in all of the other games of the season combined.
I'm right with you there.
Duckweiler misses the first.
And you know what they say, ball don't lie.
It's been said. I've heard it said. Duckweiler knocks down the second, and it's a 3-point game, 53-50 USN. for 3 is Duckweiler's. 53-51, Tigers in front. It's turned into quite a game here in the second half. Samuels has it, 1:20 left in regulation. Powers over to Stretcher. They try to double it. He tries to get free, and a foul is called. It's going to be a blocking foul on Powers, and that is the 7th, I believe. So Stretcher will go to the line for a crucial 1-and-1. These 2 free throws are very big ones indeed.
Huge, and an interesting decision to not send any rebounders for the Tigers.
Perhaps a sign of great confidence that no rebound will be there to be had. Scretchen coolly converts the first and likewise the second. He has made many clutch free throws in his time, and I've enjoyed watching many of them. USN by 4, 55-51. Trying to spin free as Pelham. He can't make the layup. A foul in the backcourt. Stretching back to the line. 61 seconds remain in the fourth quarter. USN's lead is 4. Stretching will look to extend it to 6.
And these free throws are the kind of free throws that make a high school career. Stretching, already a sophomore, but making his impact on this USN team.
Slicing through is Mathis, and the layup is good, and Friendship calls for time. 51.7 seconds left in the fourth. USN 55, Friendship Christian 53. Hang on to whatever you can hang on to. This is going to be a wild finish. Even the cheerleaders seem a little nervous over there. It's Russ Petty to throw it in. There's a press. Russ gets it to Josh. And the Commanders retreat. 45 seconds on the clock now. Stretching picks up the dribble, needs a little help, drops it off to Russ. Over to Adrian. Adrian bounce pass to Josh, over to Russ in the corner, gets it back to Adrian. Tigers playing a little bit of keep away here. They get it to Josh in the middle. His pass is deflected, but Adam thankfully comes away with it. Clock down to 26 now. Samuels with a bounce pass to Russ. Friendship trying not to foul, but soon they need to, and they do.
And you could hear everybody's hearts in the gym collectively drop when Josh had that pass tipped inside, but Adam with the quick hands to corral it, kick it back out.
You can hear the hearts of everyone except for my own, which came to a complete stop, I have to say. But thankfully, Adam Miller emerged with the ball. The Tigers retain possession and now stand at the foul line with a chance to make this a 2-possession game. Samuel's first free throw is good. It rattled around off the back rim, but went down. So USN's lead is 3. 20.8 seconds left in the game. Or in regulation anyway. It spins out. Still a 1-possession game. Turner up the left side. Adrian greets him over half court. Will they look for Mathis here, or will it be Duckweiler, the 3-point shooter? Mathis has it. He pulls up. He shoots. It's off. No good. Powers with a rebound. He's fouled. What a rebound from the freshman at just the right time. He'll shoot 2 on the other end. The littlest man on the court comes away with the biggest rebound with 4.2 seconds to go. He needs 1 of 2 to make this game all but over. And let's hope it's the second one.
And back to that rebound, I believe it was Dennis Rodman that said the one who gets the rebound is the one who wants it the most. evident there. The Tigers come away with it, have a chance to extend this game to 2 possessions.
They're trying to ice the kicker a little bit here, especially if calls a timeout. They have 1 more remaining, and I imagine that in the event of a miss, they'll spend it quickly on the rebound. 4.2 seconds showing on the scoreboard. USN leads it 56-53. What a fantastic game tonight in the greatest atmosphere in high school sports. Smiling to amazing. And what a joy it is to hear the great sounds of the majestic USN Cup Band. They increase the joy and tension of everyone present as the horn sounds and we prepare to play out the destiny of these final 4.2 seconds. Powers at the line for 1 shot. Student section goes silent. Free throw. Love it. You love to see it. He's mobbed by his teammates as he heads to the timeout huddle.
Folks, I don't want to be a prisoner of the moment, as they say, but that may have been a top 10 free throw in basketball history.
If not top 5, what would we have to say? The Tigers have exactly 1 job in these last 4.2 seconds, and that is not to foul. If you don't foul, you can't lose this game. Student section chanting to warm up the bus, forgetting that there is another game immediately following this one. It would be far premature to warm up the bus, only to start it 90 minutes later.
I do believe the sentiment still remains, and it is close to 25 degrees outside.
Warming up the vehicle is time well spent, always. Treat your vehicle like a friend, and it will treat you like a friend. It's a great lesson that I learned many years ago. Friendship basketball. 4.2 seconds left. Don't foul. Please don't foul anyone. We fouled 3-point shooters more than enough for 1 season tonight. Everyone flees to the opposite end of the floor. He swings it forward. We watch the floater. It's no good. The putback is good. But and we get a timeout. The whistle clearly sounded before the horn. So I don't think this one is over. Conference now at the scorer's table. 1.1 seconds will be restored to the clock, and this game is not yet over.
And not to discount the work of the USN staff, but a little interesting that they didn't stop the clock when the basket was made, as is rules in this league. Let the clock run down to 0. A little bit of confusion there between both teams, especially in the student section as fans start piling out of the arena. I'm not sure where they're going. We've still got a second left.
Anything can happen. I just wish that nothing at all would happen and this game would come harmlessly to an end. But a little excitement on a Friday night is not always a bad thing. USN basketball. Interesting strategy here. They just try to lob it into the backcourt, let it get touched, and let the clock start running. You can never turn it over. Yes, this is the plan. So the ball is touched, the clock runs now, and the ball game is over. Great strategy there. I love the play call with 1.1 seconds left. And USN hangs on to win it at homecoming. 57-55. Good win for the Tigers side.
Great win. A little scary there. Close call at the end. You know, comebacks and close calls can happen in a number of ways. I think the reason behind this one was pretty simple. Foul trouble. Something that the Tigers run into in the past. Doesn't seem to be a huge issue for them before tonight, but definitely something they will discuss heading into their next matchup.
A win's a win anywhere they come. You're happy to have it, and we're happy to have this one. We're going to take a break before tonight's girls marquee matchup against Friendship Christian. We'll be back in 15 short minutes, and we'll see you then.
Commanders and Friendship Christian School. Number 9, Select Redmond. And now it's time for USN.
Hello and welcome back to this beautiful Friday night here in the Tiger Den. I'm joined by Dr. Fitz in the booth, and we are getting ready to watch this marquee matchup between the USN Tigers and the Friendship Christian Commanders. USN wins the tip. Burgess takes it across, kicks it to her sister, and Kendall Burgess for three. She misses, but Leah Payne with the rebound, having flashbacks there. She gets fouled on the strong layup attempt and goes to the line for two shots. Leah's first free throw is good as she puts the Tigers on the board early in this game. The second one finds the bottom of the net, and your Tigers are out to an early 2-0 lead here with not 10 seconds gone by on the scoreboard. A quick foul call as Friendship Christian brings it up. I believe that's on the older Burgess sister. It is.
Officials picking up right where they left off in the last game with the foul calls.
Friendship gets it into the backcourt. Dribble up. Pippen with the ball. She kicks it to Jones. Jones back to Pippen. Pippen up with the layup attempt. Good defense by the Tigers there. And Friendship Christian throws it away on their first possession of the game. Oh. We have an interesting tip call. And the ball will stay with the Commanders. Friendship Christian to inbound, opposite our sideline. 30 seconds gone by in the game. Alexander looking for her teammate, but it is stolen by Brooke, who kicks it to her younger sister Kendall. Kendall up the court, she kicks it to Leah. Leah with the pass inside, and the shot is good.
Outstanding entry pass from Leah there. There wasn't much of a lane, but she made a great effort to get it to Ella.
Tigers with tough defense as Friendship Christian brings it up the court. And Cindy with a great block. And another interesting foul call. You said it great, Dr. Fitz. The refs quick to keep up this barrage of foul calls against the Tigers. We'll send Jones to the line. She makes the first, and the Commanders are on the board.
I saw two blocked shots on that drive and no foul. but the official called no block shots and 1 foul.
The second is off, but rebound Pippen. She puts it up in a great block by Ella. The Tigers get the ball back on offense. Brooke coming in. She gets to the free throw line. She drives all the way through. Tough layup. No, rebound Ella, and she makes it. As the Tigers now have a 5-point lead for a little over a minute into this game. Quick timeout by Friendship Christian. And the start eerily similar to how the last game played out in the first couple of minutes. Tigers out to a quick lead. A couple of interesting foul calls. If they can keep up this scoring output, it'll be a pretty good game for them.
Friendship girls are really getting torn into in that huddle by the Friendship coach. He is not happy with the start that he's seen in the first minute and change of this one.
Meanwhile, Coach McFall with some encouraging words for the Tigers as they head back out onto the court. It'll be Alexander to inbound the ball. She's looking for Jones, and Jones bringing the ball up the court. Great defense by Kendall. They try to get the trap, they don't. Craighead with the ball, but it's quickly stolen. Great tip by Leah to Brooke. Brooke up the lane, the Euro, no good. Rebound Friendship. Taylor bringing the ball up the court. And a great steal by Brooke as she gets the ball to Leah, and a quick foul by Friendship. Brooke playing out of her mind right now on the defensive side. Flying around the court, tipping balls, getting steals.
Brooke just ran an 800-yard shuttle drill there. She was sprinting back up and down the court and made 2 consecutive steals basically for USN on consecutive possessions.
Leah with the shot in the short corner. Just off. Rebound Cindy. Her shot is good. And the Tigers lead by 7 almost 2 minutes into this ball game. Friendship Christian gets it in. It's Jones looking for something, but Brooke with that stifling defense once again, and a foul call. Not sure if I can argue with that one, but it seemed a little bit questionable. Dabney Moore checks into the game for Brooke Burgess. Burgess telling her defensive assignment. Craighead has the ball at the top of the key. She brings it up the court. Some good defense by Burgess. And a great steal by Neal. But an out-of-bounds call, I believe, on the sideline. I didn't have the correct angle, so I can't really comment on that one. But Friendship gets the ball back. Craighead with the ball. She drives, and it's stolen again by the Tigers. A defensive storm early in this game from the Tigers as Leah Payne takes it all the way to the basket and makes another layup. And the Tigers have reached double digits in this game. It is a 9-point lead. As Friendship Christian takes it the other way, and a foul is called yet again on the Tigers. This time it's on Dabney Moore, her first. Craighead to head to the line. See if they can start clawing their way back into this game. But her first is a bit short off the front iron. The second shot from Craighead rattles in. The Tigers head up the court once again. A little bit of a trap-like defense for the Commanders, but Tigers quick to break it. Burgess at the top of the key. To Moore in the corner. Her shot is good. Her first shot of the game falls, and the Tigers have a 10-point lead. Friendship brings it across half court. A long pass to Pippen inside the paint. And another ticky-tack foul call by the Tigers. This time it is on Ella. These USN Tiger fans with their hands up in the air asking, where are these foul calls coming from? Fawns checks into the game. Fawns gets the ball in the corner. She dribbles inside. Attempts to pass to Pippen, and she corrals it. Who kicks it to Craighead for 3, and it bounces once and rattles in. Quick shot from Craighead. The lead is back down to single digits. Ball on the wing. She passes it to Ella. It goes over her head, but heads to Leah Payne. And she mishandles the ball as it falls out of bounds. Possession goes to Friendship. Jones with the long pass that is quickly intercepted by Leah. Leah to Neal in the corner. Neal back to Leah. Her shot is off the front of the rim. Rebound Pippin.
We'd love to see Leah keep putting that ball on the floor and trying to attack the basket. She's the best player we have at attacking the goal with the basketball.
Another stifling defensive play from the Tigers. And Leah passed just a bit over her head as she sails out of bounds, but saves the ball in back to Friendship Christian. Craighead going coast to coast, tries to kick the ball to Pippin on the short corner. The ball stolen once again by the Tigers, and this time it is Dabney Moore running up the lane, and she is fouled on her layup attempt. And it just seems like every time Friendship has a good defensive play or gets the ball back, this Tigers defense just steals it right back.
Yeah, we haven't done a tremendous job yet converting that into offense, but Dabney did a great job attacking the basket there, got a chance for 2 more points.
I'm sure Coach McFall would love to see this lead increase a little bit as Moore misses her first free throw. Some good offensive opportunities for the Tigers. Hopefully those shots will stop falling, but so far on the defensive end, I don't think you can ask for a better game plan than what they've been doing so far. Moore's second free throw is good. Nice switch there from Moore as Jones takes the ball up the floor for Friendship. She passes it to Vaughns. Vaughns gets it across half court. She's dribbling left, comes back right, now back left again. She drives in, and an obvious travel. Looks like she just lost the handle there. A little upset by the call, but I'm not sure what there is to be upset about. Maybe in her own play. Leah has the ball, reaching the logo now. She sails a pass that is almost intercepted. She gets the ball back. Kicks it to Burgess. Burgess to Moore for 3. She misses. Rebound Friendship. That's Craighead. Craighead quick to bring the ball up the court. She tries to get the inside pass to Pippin. Looked like there was a lane there, but Leah again with that stifling defense. Ball is out of bounds to Friendship. Vaughns has the ball. Dribbling right. She looks for Craighead in the corner. Craighead with a quick release, and that falls through. Craighead with 2 early threes. She is looking for that shot as soon as she gets the ball, Dr. Fitz.
Yeah, it looks like Friendship doesn't have too many weapons on offense, so if the Tigers can focus their defense on her, that should limit Friendship's scoring pretty considerably.
Kendall Burgess with the open shot. It's no good. Rebound Neha. And a foul call on Dabney Moore going the other way.
It's 2 on Dabney and 2 on Brooke. We got to be careful with the guards here, not getting in foul trouble.
And as we saw last game, the Tigers already with 6 fouls in this opening quarter. Should take a page out of USN boys team's book.
A page that would be well left in the original book from which it came.
Foul here on the Tigers. That is on Kendall Burgess, her first foul of the game. As Neal McQuaid check back into the game. Dabney and Leah are sitting. Some great defensive play from Dabney Moore and Leah Payne, who have checked out of this game. Let's see if the Tigers can continue their defensive onslaught. So the first free throw falls for Friendship Christian. Second free throw falls, and Kendall is back up the court. She looks for Neal in the corner. Neal back up top, and her pass sails out of bounds. Coach McFall yelling to settle down from the sideline. I've got to agree with her. This lead that was once double digits is now down to 3, as the long pass to Craighead gets the ball into the front court for Friendship, but yet another steal by the Tigers as Neha turns the ball over herself, and Friendship brings it back down the court. And Neal with the steal. It's a steal party as Neal puts the layup up. It's no good. Rebound Kendall, but she has the ball quickly stripped. Friendship Christian back up the court. It's Craighead. Craighead with the layup. It's no good. Rebound Friendship Christian. The miss. And a foul call. Not sure where that came from. I believe that one's on Ella McQuaid. Nope.
Charlotte and not on Ella, she would have gotten the 2, and you can't have that. Already 2 players with 2 fouls.
The foul total up to 8 for USN. Just under 2.5 to go in this first quarter. Pippin's second free throw is good. The Tigers' lead is cut to 2. Kendall bringing the ball up the court once again. She goes left. Vaughn's quick with the defense there. And a slap in the face to Kendall. That one is going to leave a mark in the morning as Vaughn's picks up her second foul. Neal to inbound from the sideline opposite us, nearly at half court. A little miscommunication there, but Kendall gets the ball inbounds. Kicks it to Charlotte at the top of the key. Charlotte back to Kendall. Wide open 3-point shot. It's good! And that is exactly the spark that the Tigers needed on offense. As Jones brings the ball up the floor. She kicks it to Alexander, whose 3 is just off the front of the rim. Rebound, Leah Payne, and a hard foul. Let's hope both players are okay after that one. Taylor aggressive there on the rebound, but Leah clearly had possession. Good call by the referees. Leah gets the ball into Kendall. Kendall doing a good job of getting the ball up court. McFall yelling directions from the sideline. She gets it to Leah at the top of the key. To Neal from the wing. Neal's shot is long and no good, but a tip in by Kendall. That is off of French and Christian and stays here. A nice heads-up play by Kendall Burgess to keep the ball on this side of the court. A minute 43 left in this game. Tigers holding a... minute 43 left in this quarter. Thanks for that heads up, Dr. Fitz. Tigers holding a 5-point lead as Leah is clearly fouled on another shot attempt. This game seems to be slowing down at the ref's whistle, but so far, USN not doing a great job of staying on the other side of the calls.
Seems to me like when they commit a foul, our girls are going hard to the floor, and when we commit a foul, it's very questionable.
I do agree that most of Friendship's foul calls have been obvious. Well, ours seem a little more ticky-tacky, but you can only play the game that's in front of you. As Leah knocks down her second free throw to give the Tigers a 6-point lead with a minute and a half remaining in this quarter. Great defensive play by Charlotte in the backcourt, and a jump ball is called. Possession stays with Friendship, but good to get that possession arrow back for the Tigers. Craighead with the ball. She goes left, gets the ball across half court, and West loses the ball, and another jump ball is called, and you know what that means.
That means it's our turn.
Yes, sir.
As soon as Craighead gives the ball up, they're really struggling on offense even to maintain possession. So the Tigers have to continue to focus on her for the remainder of this game.
It does seem as though Craighead holds the flow of their offense as Charlotte has a wide open layup attempt that just misses, but a great rebound by Ella McQuaid, and the ball is tied up yet again. And USN getting some open opportunities. Hopefully those shots will start to fall soon, but at least their execution has been solid as the ball goes all the way across the court, and Neal gets the steal on the opposite baseline. She kicks it ahead to Charlotte, who passes it to Kendall. Neal at the top of the key. Her 3 is just off the back of the rim. Rebound, Leah passes it to Charlotte, and a 3-second is called. Numerous Tigers had the ball there in the paint, and not one wanted to put a shot up. What seemed like good ball movement at the time turned into a 3-second call, and Friendship gets the ball back. Just under a minute left in this quarter. Tigers still holding a 6-point lead. Jones drives in. She kicks it to Taylor. Taylor kicks it back to Jones, who gives it up to Craighead. Jones driving. Her shot is rejected, and a travel is called. Great defensive play by Ella McQuaid, but solid defense all around by the Tigers. Numerous players getting tips on that possession. And the Tigers have the ball with 30 seconds left in this quarter. They might want to try and hold it here. Or not, as Neal drives baseline. Her layup attempt just misses, but rebound McCladen. Her layup is good. Tigers up by 8. The clock is rolling down to almost 15 seconds now. Friendship gets the ball in bounds. Jones taking it up the court. Charlotte right on her, and a foul is called. And that just seems like one of those fouls you were talking about, Dr. Fitz. A little questionable. It looked as though she hit the ball out of bounds. Would have understood an out of bounds call there, but not necessarily a foul.
The girls play great defense, but I would like to see them move their feet a little bit better. Sometimes they get a little flat-footed and they try just to reach in and poke the ball, and they get out of position, and that's when the official is going to make the call if he sees the defender out of position.
Jones bakes home her first free throw to cut the Tiger lead to just 7. It's 7.7 left in this first period of play. Jones, her second free throw is up, and it is good. McQuaid quickly inbounds it to Kendall. Kendall gets it to Leah cross court. Leah drives from the free throw line. Her shot is up, and a push is called on Friendship. I believe that is on West. And it is her first foul.
If you look at the scoring pace here as we're in the last second of the first quarter, Friendship on pace for 52, which is a good total for a girls' game, or any game really, and USN on pace for now 80, which is an absurdly high total. And it just goes to show how much the officials have slowed the game down with their ever-frequent foul calling.
Leah's second free throw is off the rim, and the buzzer sounds as the first quarter comes to a close. Your Tigers lead the Friendship Commanders 20-13. And Dr. Fitz, this first quarter was led by a lot of Tiger scoring and a lot of Tiger steals. Is there any part of the game that you would like to see the Tigers improve on as they enter the second quarter? Welcome back to the second quarter of Tigers basketball. Sorry for that delay. It's the extremely talented Tigers cheerleading team. It's giving the crowd a little bit of a show. As I mentioned before that short break, Dr. Fitz, what are you looking for from the Tigers to execute better in the second quarter?
We had a really strong first quarter. It's all about the fouls for me. We just got to do everything we can do not to commit fouls. They're not that strong on offense, so we don't need to be super physical with them. We just need to keep Craighead away from the basketball, and we'll prevent them from scoring.
Craighead's layup is too strong as Neal has a wide open lane in front of her, and her layup is good. As this Tigers lead is quickly double digits again. It's now up to 11, not 30 seconds into the second quarter. Sydney with the almost steal there. And I do believe that was a hands check, or a push as he called it.
That's what I'm talking about when I'm saying the girls get a little out of position and then they reach in. Sydney doesn't need to worry about that girl beating her off the dribble. You can just kind of sink back a little bit, and if she's going to pull up and shoot, that's a win for you on defense. You'll take that.
With no disrespect to the Friendship Christians women's basketball team, it does seem though as the Tigers should let them beat themselves. Both teams committing a few turnovers, definitely more so on the Friendship Christian side as Leah takes it up the court on the right side. Her hook shot attempt is no good, but rebound Neal. She takes it back up to the free throw line, and her shot is no good as well. Pippen with the rebound. Picks up her dribble, gets it out to Jones. Jones seen a lot of touches in this game. She drives in with the left hand and a stifling block by Ella McQuaid. Putting a clinic on in the post defensively. Alexander with the ball. Looking for her teammate. She's got Craighead. Craighead at the top of the key. Craighead drives to the free throw line. Back to Alexander. Alexander to the top of the key to Vons. Vons second guesses herself. Back to Alexander. Alexander drives in. Her right-handed shot is no good. Rebound Ella. Ella fighting for the ball and gets it to Kendall. Kendall up the court now. Gets it to Leah. The Kobe kill spot. To Ella opposite her. And Ella's shot is no good. Rebound Sydney. Rebound Sydney again. And her shot is there. Seemed like a slap on the wrist twice against Sydney Neal, but no call. The Tigers will live with 2 points there as Vons gets it to the three-point line. Looking for a pass. She finds Taylor. Taylor to Craighead. Craighead corralled that ball. It was a little off. Craighead with the shot, and it is good. And as you were saying, Dr. Fitz, their whole flow on offense seems to run through Craighead. They've got to do a better job of limiting her touches.
And I don't even really hate that shot. That was a tough little crossover pull-up that she knocked down. The Tigers' defense does seem to be stronger in the second quarter. Hopefully they can keep it up.
Craighead with the ball. She drives inside with her right hand. Layup attempt is no good. Rebound Ella. Fighting hard for that ball as she was struggling with Pippin in the paint there. She goes down and the ball stays with Friendship Christian.
If you try to tie up Ella McQuain for a loose ball, she will try to rip it away from you, so you better go in there with everything you've got. And Friendship did well to come away with a jump ball there.
Friendship Christian gets it in. Craighead to Taylor. Inside, the layup is no good. And a clear reach-in on Friendship Christian. I believe that is Alexander. And that is 8 fouls on Friendship Christian in the half. Their foul totals are nearing ours. But I do believe USN has been the beneficiary of some poor calls. Or should I say on the wrong side of these poor calls.
Yeah, and the scoreboard only goes up to 10, so we could have somewhere in the 50s as far as fouls go at the moment. I just don't know what the count is, but it certainly is too many.
Neal's second free throw is no good, but a rebound by Ella, falling to the floor, and she makes her layup. Tigers lead by 12, just over 5 minutes to go in this quarter. Friendship Christian with the ball. It's Osiachuk. She kicks it back out, and a foul call on the Tigers again. And apparently that's number 51. As Kendall is called for the push. She cannot believe it. McFall cannot believe it. Both coaches having a lot of discussions with the refs tonight, as Taylor's first free throw rattles home. Gotta love the spirit of this USN student body. As the second free throw is good for Friendship Christian, the lead is back down to 10. Brooke with the ball. She drives right, looks for Ella. Ella gets it to Kendall, back out to Brooke, sets, her three-pointer is just off the back rim, but rebound Ella again to Kendall in the short corner. Back out to Leah, her shot, no good, rebound Brooke, and her shot is good. Some missed shots there on that Tiger possession, but way to stay in the possession with those offensive rebounds. Ella doing a great job of getting her hands on the ball as soon as it misses. And Neal with the poke away steal. Her left-handed layup attempt is good, and the lead is back up to 14 for the Tigers with 4.5 minutes to go in this half.
That was a beautiful steal and a very difficult one. She picked it away clean.
Kendall with the steal. The crowd looking for a foul call. They don't get it. but the Tigers have numbers. Go up the court, Neal with the miss, and she looks exasperated with herself. She utters some words that we cannot say on this broadcast.
I thought I saw fun. She was commenting how, despite missing the layup, she's having a fun time.
That word does seem to go along with her enthusiastic nature for the game as Dabney Moore checks in. Sydney to take a seat on the bench. Brooke gets in an Ella from the right. Her shot is no good, too strong. A rebound to Friendship Christian.
Sydney had a little too much time on that layup. She was able to come fully set before letting it go, and sometimes you have too long to think about it, and I think that's what happened there.
It's one of the ones where you just get in your head a little bit, but Tigers, for the most part, doing a good job of executing their layup attempts, and if not, grabbing those offensive rebounds quickly.
Now Brooke has 3, so we have to be careful. Ona Moore checking up, heading to the scorer's table.
And it looks like Brooke Burgess will be sitting down for now. Brooke making a positive impact on this game, but sitting early and often because of some foul trouble. Meanwhile, Friendship Christian about to attempt their second free throw, and it looks as though a lane violation will not be called. Interesting decision by the referees. As Leah Payne takes the ball up the floor, the second free throw being good. Pass is tipped, but Leah gets the ball back to Ella, and her layup is good.
That's outstanding because I thought Leah was thinking about forcing up a shot there. Instead, just kind of floated in the air for the extra half second, was able to drop it to Ella wide open underneath.
Leah's decision-making has seemed to get a lot better in this second quarter as the Commanders are called for another travel. Kendall up the floor. She gets it to Leah. Leah driving right. Her layup attempt is good. No glass needed.
She's so good when she puts the ball on the floor. She can get to the basket from a variety of angles and finish from every one.
And there she gets the foul call. She stole the inbounds attempt by Friendship Christian. And as we've been discussing, Dr. Fitz, Friendship Christian's offense seems to run through Craighead. While these other players can handle the ball and can make shots, just seem to cause a lot more turnovers than they do when Craighead has the ball.
Yeah, well, it's just like we've been saying all night. Once the Tigers have figured out, and it seems that they have figured it out, that if you limit Craighead, you limit the whole team. Friendship's really had no answer for that thus far.
Leah's second free throw is a swoosh, and the Tigers' lead is up to 18 here in the second quarter. Just under 3.5 minutes to go. Tigers get the ball up the floor, and another foul call.
See, it's just a little slow with the feet, that's all. You got to beat the player to the spot and then get into position. We're trying to run alongside him and then reach in, and that's where the fouls are getting called.
And in the last couple of years, high school basketball across the country is trying hard to implement more of those hand checks, those blocking fouls on the drives. Tigers usually seem more disciplined in that area, but tonight, both teams are just failing to not commit fouls. Jones' second free throw is good. Leah with the raw pass to Ona Moore. She's looking for a Tigers player. Ella from the top of the key. No good. An interesting shot selection there from Ella, not her usual forte. And another foul call on the Tigers, this one on Kendall Burgess. McFall quick to plead her case. Kendall looking distraught, as do the rest of the Tigers on the bench and the student section on the opposite sideline. Craighead to the line for 2 free throws. Her first is just off the front of the rim. I'm not exactly sure of the statistics, the free throw making of this game, but I have to believe that a large part of the reason Friendship Christian has not been able to find their way back into this game has been the inability to capitalize on the Tigers' fouls. And a moving screen called on Ella. I can't argue with that one. Just the positioning seemed a little bit off. as Friendship Christian gets the ball back down 16. Just under 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. Craighead with the ball.
This game could get interesting because we might run out of girls. We got a lot of girls with 2 fouls, and Brooke is one girl, maybe of more than one, who has 3. So we're going to have to be careful in this game.
Friendship Christian with the swift basket as Leah brings it up the right side. Kicks it to Ella. Ella's jumper from the paint is good as the Tigers lead us back out to 16. Vaughns brings it up the floor. Looking back to her bench for some approval as she gets it to Craighead. Craighead driving left. Her shot is no good. Rebound to Ella. Ella to Dabney. Dabney bringing it up the right side. Loses the handle for a second but gets it back. Gets it to Leah on the wing. Leah inside to Ella. Ella turns, finds the basket, but can't get the shot to go. Pippen with the rebound. Coach McFall yelling adamantly, don't foul, as the Tigers look to trap. And it is out of bounds off of Friendship Christian. That is how you execute a defensive trap in possession. Great defense by the Tigers.
It was a good trap, but Coach McFall was yelling at him to get back, and I don't blame her because trying to apply a little pressure after a missed shot, easy way to get a foul in the backcourt, and we just can't afford it.
Definitely. Motions can be running high. Don't want to get too many more fouls in this game. Leah inside. Her shot is no good. Tigers have got to be careful there with those reach-ins. Ball is out of bounds to Friendship Christian. 1:45 to go in this first half. Tigers 41, Commanders 25. So the Commanders look to inbound the ball. They get it to Vaughns. Vaughns dribbling right. Oh no, right with her. Vaughns coming back left, and another foul call on Ona Moore. And Coach McFall cannot believe it. First free throw is off the front of the rim. Yet another free throw miss for the Friendship Christian Commanders. Vaughns' second free throw is off the front of the rim yet again as Ella corrals the rebound and gets it to Sydney. Sydney to Dabney on the right side. Her shot is a little strong. Rebound Ona and a foul call on Friendship Christian. For the older members in this audience, got to be a little worried about their hearing with all the whistles that we've been having to listen to tonight in both games. Not to mention the rigorous cheering from the USN student section. Ona's first free throw is just off. And her second free throw is off the back of the rim as well. Osia with the rebound. She gets it to Jones, who gives it up to Vaughns. Vaughns back out to Craighead. Craighead standing at the logo now. Gets it to Jones, who was wide open on the three-point line, but didn't look to take the shot there. Looked to get it back to Craighead, who throws up a wild shot. Somehow gets the ball back. Gets it to Pippen for 2. Dabney coming up the right side. The lead is back down to 14. Dabney with a cross-court pass that had no mustard on it. And it is stolen. Craighead up the court. Looks for the Euro attempt. And both players falling to the ground. You have to hope they're okay yet again. And a foul is called as boos rain down from the USN student section.
And I've been harsh on the officials tonight. Probably rightly so in my opinion. But that was a foul on Ella, I thought. It didn't look like she was set there as she collided with the offensive player.
Completely agree. Still doesn't change the foul totals for the Tigers as Ella checks out of the game. Craighead's second free throw is off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound Leah Payne. Payne backing down. She gets it to Charlotte. She finds Dabney on the right. Her shot is no good. Rebound Friendship Christian. And Craighead brings it up the floor. Throws it ahead to Jones. Jones to Pippen. From the block. And a block by Sydney Neal as the Tigers regain possession of the ball with just under 30 seconds left in this first half. They hold a 13-point lead. They look to hold the ball here and get one good final look. Leah gets it to Charlotte. Charlotte finds Ona Moore at the top of the key. Ona to Sydney. Sydney comes around. Her right shot is no good. Rebound Frencho Christian. And they retain possession. With just a second to go, Frencho Christian cannot get the shot off, and that ends our first half here in the Tiger Den. USN leads 41-28 as the fouls and whistles are raining down here on this Friday night. Dr. Fitz, your thoughts on the first half?
Been a great one. I would love to see us, like we talked about in the last game, kind of slow it down in the second half, because otherwise we're going to lose many girls to disqualification from fouling out.
We're going to have to do a better job of moving their feet, not getting those inside reaching calls, as we will see you again at the start of the second half. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Tiger Den, where we will be watching the second half of this marquee matchup between the USN Tigers and the Friendship Christian Commanders. The Tigers currently hold a 13-point lead with 16 minutes to go in this ballgame, as the fans and cheerleaders are making their way off the court and the players are making their way onto it. Coach McFall with some encouraging words for her players as they break the huddle and get ready to start the second half. For the Tigers, it is Burgess, Neal, Payne, and McLean to start the second half, as Friendship Christian begins with Craighead at the top of the key. Craighead looking left, now looking back right. She switches the ball to her right hand and brings it across. She gets it to Jones, who gets it back to Craighead.
You say some kind of 1-3-1 look here on defense, changing it up. Forced a turnover.
Good early steal by the Tigers as Payne has the ball. And she looks for Kendall, who looks for Brooke, who gets it to Ella. Her layup attempt is no good, but a great rebound by Sydney Neal, who quickly converts for the Tigers. The Tigers' lead is up to 15 here, with just 30 seconds gone in the second half.
Now you love that first possession. They get it right down to Ella McQueen. She nearly is able to get it in. They crash the offensive boards with Sydney, who's had a few tonight, and another quality putback. Tigers by 15.
Certainly want the ball running through Ella in the post if they want to be successful from that part of the floor. Jones with the ball on the right. She gets it to Alexander up top. Alexander thinks about a pass but decides to go for the shot and misses, but the long rebound by Pippen. Pippen back out to Jones. Her three-pointer is an air ball. But Friendship Christian with yet another rebound as Craighead tries from three, and another air ball for the Tigers as Sydney Neal runs up the court. They've got a 2-on-1. Leah up top, swatted away by Craighead, who falls down. Appears to be in a lot of pain as Brooke Burgess converts on the layup attempt, but Craighead is very slow to get up and does not seem to be able to put much weight on her left foot.
Certainly hope she's okay. Everything about that defense-offense possession for the Tigers was great, except for the couple of offensive rebounds. They're daring the Commanders to shoot, and they just were not close on the three-pointers that they put up. Great job attacking on the fast break, turning it into transition points on the other end.
Craighead walking off on her own free will, but didn't seem to be loving the feeling in her foot, so you can only hope that she makes a quick recovery. Seemed pretty emotional as she made her way off the floor. Pippen down low, her layup attempt is good, and a foul by Ella McLean.
See, I just thought that was an insanely bad call. It was a moving screen. The other player was trying to shield Ella off from the basket, was moving as she did it. All tried to work around. They called the foul on Ella. This call.
Of course, slaps on the wrist can be hard to be seen from our vantage point, but it didn't seem like there was anything there. As Leah gets the rebound off the free throw miss, but Friendship Christian gets it right back. Vaughn's for three. Her three-point shot is good.
I still want her shooting that one. They haven't shown me that they can make that. I'm willing to give her the one shot.
I'm right there with you. As Kendall has the ball on the right side, she looks for Ella inside, and Ella loses the ball out of bounds.
Allow me to tell a short story, if you will, Shai. When I was in graduate school, we used to play basketball, and there were 3 Romanians in the math department, so we would play 3 Americans against 3 Romanians. And one of the Romanians was a guy named Bogdan, and I always guarded him. And he would shoot a three-pointer every time he shot it, every time he got his hands on the ball. And he was a terrible three-point shooter. So I would let him I never guarded him. I would let him shoot all the time. And if he ever made one, I would tell him what a great shot it was. I would pump him up to get him to keep shooting. He would make 1 out of 55. And that's what I thought when I saw Friendship make that 3 on their last possession. You got to let them make one once in a while so that they keep shooting. If they miss forever, they'll stop shooting at some point.
I do believe the motto is that shooters should keep shooting. I'm sure Friendship Christian players believe that their three-point shot is there for them, but we have yet to see them truly find it other than a couple of makes. Kendall with the ball on the left. She comes around right. Gets it to Brooke. Brooke from the right, drives in left. Her layup attempt is no good. Fighting tough in the lane, and the rebound to Friendship Christian. Alexander all the way down the court, and a scary collision there, as Alexander is slow to get up, but she does seem to be okay. It will be USN ball inbounding on the opposite baseline. The lead is 10 with 5:04 to go in the third quarter. Leah gets it in. It's to Kendall. Kendall to Leah. Leah back to Brooke. Sydney has it in the front court. Sydney's layup attempt is just off, and the rebound for Jones. Tigers got to be careful about these double and triple teams in the backcourt, as they can lead to fouls.
Well, that's what I was just going to say. I don't like to see pressure off a missed shot. That's not traditional basketball, and I wouldn't like to see, and as you said, it can lead to fouls. I just don't think it's good basketball.
What's so interesting about this Tigers pressure off of makes or misses is that they've generated a lot of steals, but they've also generated, as we've seen, a lot of fouls. And I wonder if that is the byproduct of constant pressure, good defensive play, or just both.
Sometimes you can get to defensive breakdowns as well, and it just leads to a layup on the other end. Better just to get back, in my opinion, in particular, as we've been saying, in a game where the whole team is in foul trouble. That's going to lead, you're going to pick up maybe one foul every 3 or 4 possessions, and that's going to add up far too quickly for us in this game.
Saw a defensive breakdown on that last possession for the Tigers. As Pippen got the layup attempt to go, the lead is down to 8. Leah finds Kendall on the left side. Back to Leah. Back to Brooke. Brooke looks cross court to Charlotte, to Kendall, to Neal in the corner, who drives baseline and gets the foul call, though her shot attempt was blocked. Sydney Neal heading to the line. That is the first foul on Pippen in the half, but her second. The team's first in the half as well. Neal's free throw attempt is cool and collected, and it rattles home. Craighead trots back onto the floor for Jones. Glad to see that she is okay. She looks to get Friendship Christian back into this game. Sydney's second free throw attempt is no good. Pippen with the rebound to Craighead, who uses that foot as though we're never injured. Gets it to Vaughns, and Vaughns puts the layup in. The lead is down to 7. Brooke across the court to Leah. Back out to Kendall, and Kendall is standing at the volleyball line, waiting for the play call from Coach McFall. Leah attempts to set a screen, now does. Kendall driving right. And a good foul call there after an audible yell from the student section, as Kendall will make her way to the line, with the Tigers leading by 7, 4 minutes into this third quarter. Excuse me, that was not on the shot attempt. My mistake. Thank you, Dr. Pitts, for pointing that out. And Brooke will inbound the ball from the baseline. Brooke tries to get into Leah. Leah pleading with the ref, but no call coming from him except for the out of bounds. It will be Brooke again from the same spot. 2 seconds ran off the clock that time. Brooke breaks it. Tigers attempting to run a play. She throws it long to Kendall, who throws it cross court to Leah, who gets it to Brooke in the corner, and her three-pointer rattles home. May have been a bank attempt from the corner. One of the most impossible shots in basketball.
Yeah, really tough angle there, and the release looked a little slow. I was worried that it might get blocked, but she made a tremendous shot right there.
Vaughns gets the ball up on a trip to Sydney Neal. Neal finds Leah in the short corner. Leah hesitates, picks up her dribble, gets it to Sydney. Sydney dribbles it back out left. Sydney comes back right. She broke by her defender there and puts up the shot for 2. Great offensive highlight from Sydney. You're going to want to watch that one tomorrow. And then Sydney picks up her foul there. That is, I believe, the third in this half for the Tigers.
She's in position, all she has to do is not reach in. Just stand there and hold her ground, draw the charge, but once you reach in, you're going to get the foul call. That's what happened.
Well said, Dr. Pitts. Seemed as though Sydney was having a bit too much fun, had just made her shot and wanted to get it back on defense. Going to be a little more cautious as Kendall gets the ball off of the Friendship Christian turnover. Kendall looks left. Charlotte almost intercepts the pass, it seems. Gets it to Leah from the free throw line. Leah to Sydney on a great dive play, and Sydney is fouled going up for the layup attempt.
If Sydney can develop a little hesitation dribble drive to the basket, she's going to be really tough to stop because she's definitely by a wide margin the best mid-range jump shooter on the team.
I have to agree with you there. Sydney Nielsen's like one of those players, Dr. Fitz, that when her game is clicking, it's all around. It's not just her defense that she prides herself on, or her offense. She can generate tons of turnovers on the opposing team and generate a lot of baskets for her own. Craighead, dribbling left.
I was just going to say, Shai, that the soccer players all play excellent defense. They're used to moving quickly. They get themselves into position. And like you said, Sydney generates a lot of turnovers. Dabney Moore, same thing. Leah's a soccer player as well.
Sydney, no stranger to athletic feats, of course. USN's own women's ultimate frisbee team was invited to nationals this past year. As Jones gets the rebound for Friendship Christian. The Friendship Christian coach is livid. I may have to agree with him. USN just not doing a good job of getting back on defense. Luckily, it worked out for them there. Not sure if I agree with the call, but it stays with USN as Kendall looks right and throws it behind Sydney and then gets the ball back. And that is how quickly steals have been happening in this game. USN doing a great job when they are not fouling, generating turnovers, generating steals, I should say, and Kendall gets fouled on her shot attempt. She will be going to the line for two, and that is the fourth foul on Friendship Christian. Tigers holding a 14-point lead with 2:05 to go in this third quarter. USN's student section silently cheering on Kendall as her first free throw attempt is just long. Some words of encouragement from the crowd as Kendall gets ready for her second. And her second free throw is no good, but the rebound by Charlotte, who gets it back to Kendall and then to Brooke at the top of the key. Brooke looks cross-court to Leah, back to Brooke. A beautiful play by the Tigers. And Brooke Burgess makes the layup. And Sydney Neal with the steal. She puts her shot up. It seemed like an obvious foul, but no call, and yet her layup counts falls. That's 4 quick points for the Tigers. Craighead coming up the other way. Craighead coast to coast, and her layup attempt is good. It is a 16-point lead for the Tigers with 1:34 left in this first quarter. Clock is ticking as Brooke carries it up the court. Brooke just crosses half court. Jones defending staunchly. Brooke looking for an option. She gets past her defender. She throws it cross court to Charlotte, who cannot corral the pass. Tries to save it, but cannot. And the Tigers commit another turnover. Alexander is back in the game for Jones. She gets the ball. She looks to drive right. Sydney doing a good job that time of moving her feet. Leah gets the steal. Sydney's layup attempt is no good. And Friendship Christian with the rebound yet again. Craighead barreling up the court. She passes to Pippin. Pippin is fouled on the shot attempt. And she will go to the line. That foul was on Kendall Burgess. That is her 4th foul of the game. She has seen a lot of action tonight and played pretty well, generating a lot of good offense and defense for the Tigers. It would not be good for them to lose her this early in the game. As Dabney and Ella check back in the game for Charlotte and Kendall. Pippin's second free throw attempt is good, and the Tigers lead by 14. Just a minute to go here in this third quarter. Brooks slow up the court, dribbling with her right, now left, now right again. McQuaid posting up, Dabney calling for the ball as well. Brooke waiting for the opportunity that she likes. She finds Ella. Ella back to Brooke. That play has... And a hard fall there by Brooke right into the cheerleaders. She gets up quickly. A gasp from the crowd, but she looks to be okay. And that little kick and drive play has worked so beautifully. Just a classic give and go for the Tigers. These players These Tiger players seem to be driving right by the Friendship Christian defenders and getting these open layup attempts.
There are few things in basketball more beautiful than well executed give and go, and we've done it on 2 of the last 4 or 5 possessions.
The backdoor cut is a thing of beauty. Brooke Burgess' first free throw attempt was good. She goes to the line for her second. Her second is just off, and it falls out of bounds. Ball is Friendship Christians. Tigers are leading by 15 in this game, 58-43. There is 39.6 seconds left in the third quarter. And Alexander is looking to rebound for the Commanders. She gets it in to Craighead. And Craighead is called for the double dribble. Craighead, very confused, looking around. But nonetheless, is USN's ball, as Brooke looks to bring it across with just half a minute remaining in the third quarter. Brooke dribbles right, looking for her opportunity yet again. Vaughn's looking for the steal but can't get it. Brooke is just toying with her at this point. She gets the ball to Dabney. Dabney out to Neal. Neal with 10 seconds. Leah inside to Ella. Ella's layup attempt is good with 5 seconds remaining. Craighead tries to get it in and it's out of bounds on Vaughn's with 0.8 left in the quarter. Tigers just extended their lead to 17. And they will look if they can get a quick shot. They might be able to extend it even further. Neal gets it in. But her shot attempt is too strong. Oh, I believe that was Neal on the shot attempt. And the Tigers lead by 17 as we enter the fourth quarter. Welcome back to this fourth quarter action here in the Tiger Den. Your USN Tigers are leading the Friendship Christian Commanders 60-43 with 8 minutes to go in the game. And it is Brooke once again dribbling it across half court. She drives right. She is blocked. The rebound by Leah. Her layup attempt is no good. The rebound by Ella and her layup attempt is no good as Craighead has numbers. And Friendship Christian's layup falls through. That was Taylor with the bucket. As Leah gets it into the paint. Dribbles right. Can't get her shot to go. Ella's rebound. Her shot is no good. Her follow is no good. And another rebound by Taylor. Taylor gets it to Jones. Jones and Craighead seem to be the primary ball handlers of this team. Look most comfortable with the ball in their hands. And of course, as soon as I say that, Brooke gets the steal on Jones, ahead to Neal, and Neal's layup attempt is easy as pie. Jones across again for the Commanders. She's looking right, finds Pippen in the post. Coaching staff screaming, don't foul, and Ella with the block on Pippen. Great use of her hands there as Brooke gets it ahead to Leah, and her soft touch allows the ball to fall through the basket to give the Tigers a 19-point lead with 6:40 remaining in the quarter and the game. Alexander in the corner dribbles it back out to the top of the key, and an obvious foul call there on Sydney. And I'd be surprised if that wasn't her fourth or fifth. That is her third, I believe, or fourth. Not sure if I heard the call correctly.
Just announced it's her third, so you said it would be surprised if it wasn't her fourth, so I guess you must be surprised.
Very. Craighead in the short corner. She somehow finds Jones at the top of the key, who rattles home the floater. Leah inbounds it to Kendall. Kendall coming down the right side. She gets it to Dabney Moore. Dabney, looking calm with the ball, coaching staff yelling patience from the sideline. Dabney finds her shot, but cannot fall. Jones running the other way. Jones to Pippin, and Pippin's layup attempt is good.
Our offensive possessions need to be longer. We forced up a contested 15-footer from the baseline. We got a 17-point lead. Let's just cycle the ball around on offense, get plenty of good passes in, and get this game over with as soon as we can.
And if I may, they need to be longer and smarter. I am not against taking a quick shot here. It's a wide-open layup, or a good shot from a player we know can hit from the mid-range. A player like Sydney Neal or Kendall Burgess. But these possessions seem to be too quick, and these shots seem to be coming too often from the Tigers. Leah gets it into Kendall. Kendall back to Leah in the wing. Leah up top, and a good foul call by the refs there. Craig had clearly gotten to the space of Moore. She was trying to corral the pass. Leah to inbound again. Sideline closest to us. And that will be a 1-and-1 as the Commanders have reached 7 fouls in this half. Tigers foul total is down to 4 for this half. Have not been some great fouls on their part, some interesting decisions, but nonetheless, they are starting to clamp down on their irresponsible defensive play.
You're really happy with the foul, but it happened. And the Tigers' defensive effort has been pretty solid here in the second half.
Craighead up the court, goes coast to coast, and she ran into the wall. That is Ella McQuain. A few point guards make their way in there and come out with a made layup attempt when Ella is standing tall. Ella with the ball, just past the three-point line. She finds Dabney in the corner. Dabney up top. She gets it to Kendall. Kendall back to Ella in the corner. To a diving Leah. Her shot attempt is good. Leah with a great make as Jones gets it to Taylor. Taylor across half court. Vaughns with the ball on the right side. Vaughns gets it back to Jones. Jones is stripped but gets the ball right back. The layup attempt by French Christian is no good. Bodies go on the floor and Leah comes up with the ball. Kendall brings up the ball up the court, yet again for the Tigers. She finds Neal on the wing. Neal coming back up top. Slow with her dribble, surveying the court. She finds Ella. Ella to Dabney. Some good ball movement by the Tigers so far in this possession. Ooh, a tip by Craighead. And it turns into a turnover for the Tigers. Sydney has got to get back on those. She cannot keep reaching in. She's getting lucky with some of these missed fouls. Taylor cross court to Vaughns. Ella smacks Vaughns on the shot attempt. Seemed like a product of her length there. And Vaughns will be going to the line for 2. And that is Ella's 4th foul of the game. We saw a foul out in the boys' game. Do you think, Dr. Pitts, that we will see a foul out in the girls?
Let me shine this what you said on the front end.
We saw a foul out in the boys' game by Bobby Rowe. Do you think we'll see a foul out in this game?
Well, we got a lot of girls with 4 fouls, so the odds are in favor of it. But I certainly hope not. We'll just say that.
Commander's second free throw attempt is no good as Kendall has the ball at the top of the key. She finds Dabney. Dabney looks, finds Neal. Neal surveying yet again. She goes through the screen by Leah. Leah gets the ball at the top of the key. Leah drives right. And that bank shot is silky smooth. Jones has it. She finds Taylor. Taylor, lob pass to Craighead, and Craighead's three-point shot is just off the front of the rim. Pippin got the rebound, but fell down and lost the ball, and Kendall comes up with it. Kendall driving down the right side as Ona Moore makes her way to the scorer's table. Leah now at the top of the key to Moore, to Neal. Neal looking, and finding Leah. Neal diving, but doesn't get it. Leah drives. That same shot attempt on the right side by Leah Payne yet again is just short as Craighead drives up the floor. And a foul call with her back turned by Dabney Moore, and she is flabbergasted.
That's exactly what you would coach a player to do. Dabney did a great job. She sprinted, she got to the spot. There was very light contact, and for some reason the official saw fit to call a foul.
Dabney's facial expressions say exactly what everybody in this gym is thinking. The Tigers players laughing it up on the bench, realizing that foul call may not have any effect on the outcome of the game. As Craighead's layup is no good. Neal up ahead. Open layup, and it is no good. Rebound Taylor. Taylor finds Craighead. Craighead crosses half court. Craighead has two defenders on her, now three. She finds Pippin inside, and Pippin is fouled by Leah Payne on the shot attempt. The Tigers' lead is up to 21 with 2:37 to go in this fourth quarter. But we have seen stranger things in this gym, haven't we, Dr. Fitz?
You hang around this gym long enough, you'll see everything shot.
Pippin's first free throw attempt is good, cutting the lead to just 20. Tiger student section remaining loud and proud, and her second free throw is good. Kendall up the right side. Slows it down with the orders of Coach McFall. Kendall looks right, now left, now right again. Good crossover. She finds Nayal. Nayal with the layup. It's too strong. Rebound Kendall. Kendall finds Leah. And I was about to say they've got to get it out of that paint or put up a shot. Three different Tigers had possession of the ball in the paint with only one defender on them, and they failed to put up one shot attempt before the 3 second was called. Jones now. The lob pass to Taylor at the three-point line. Taylor tries to go inside. An outstanding defensive play by Kendall to save the basket from happening. And it is that lightning-quick speed by Kendall Burgess has allowed her to play so many effective minutes for the Tigers. It's Jones, opposite baseline. Finds Vons. Vons kicks it up top to Craighead. Lob pass to Jones in the corner, who gets it inside to Taylor. Taylor up top to Vons. Across to Craighead. Craighead long three with a defender in her face. It's just no good. Rebound Pippin, but a fight for the ball with Charlotte. And the possession stays with Friendship Christian. And just like the student section, the USN cheerleaders with no absence of spirit. Jones up top to Vons. Vons had an open shot, but elected not to take it. She gets it to Craighead, who's a bit strong on her three-point attempt, but Jones corrals the rebound. Jones cross-court to Craighead. Another three-point attempt from Craighead, and this one is short. And the ball bounces out of bounds. It will be in possession of the Tigers. Leah inbounding the ball just in front of Dr. Dernan and Dr. Walker. As Kendall brings it across half court. Kendall's surveying the court, finds Leah up top. Leah drives right, now brings it back out. She finds Charlotte in the middle. Charlotte passes to Ona, who looks opposite and passes to Leah. Leah cross court to Neha, up top to Charlotte. Cross court to Leah, to Kendall, to Leah again. Leah drives right. Can't find anyone, now does. Kendall in the short corner. Kendall back out. Tigers doing a good job of kind of running out the clock here, letting up the lead. Not giving Friendship any chances to come back in this game. That is 19 points in favor of the USN Tigers. Kendall with 45 seconds left in this period and game. And a foul is called on Craighead. She does not like it, but nonetheless, the Tigers will be heading to the line for, I believe, a 1-and-1. And that is Craighead's fourth, though it doesn't mean much now. Kendall's first free throw attempt is a bit too strong, but she corrals her own rebound. Great effort play there by Kendall, and there's 40 seconds left on this clock. I'd be content with the Tigers just holding the ball here and letting it bleed. Leah in the middle to Neha. Neha to Charlotte. Charlotte's shot. It's just off. Rebound, Pippen. Pippen finds Jones. Jones up the court. 20 seconds now left in the game. Jones's pass is stolen by Kendall. And that should be the hammer, nail, coffin. This baby is over. And this outstanding performance, both on the offense and defensive end of the USN Tigers, as Kendall wraps up her team. The buzzer sounds, and we have gone 3 for 3 in USN victories today. JV, guys, and girls teams all coming away with a victory in a homecoming for the ages. Dr. Fitz, your final thoughts on today's action.
Just so you treat it the homecoming. Everybody played great basketball tonight. Boys game came more down to the line. They did well to close it out. Boys played a great game for the Warriors. Proud of both teams.
It's been a pleasure to share the book with you tonight. It's been a pleasure. All of the viewers watching at home. We can't wait to catch you back here for our next USN Tigers home game.